Leo, to your new moon in Taurus reading. Hope you guys are doing great out there. Okay, guys, let's get in here. This is where I'm going to take the new moon reading with chakras. So, okay, I do have this Taurus card sitting here. This is for that new moon in Taurus. This is going to be about grounding, stability, planting seeds for long-term growth. This is going to be related to your finances, your self-worth, and your material pleasures. It could also be about your relationships and love, bringing out that Venetian energy. Venus, she likes it all. So, but this is what makes the May 2026 new moon so unique, is that it's going to be in conjunction with Uranus, the planet of disruption, sudden change. Also the Star card as well, bringing in legacies, spiritual rewards. So it's very exciting. And then, of course, we have Gemini coming in as well on the 17th. So we're going to have a lot of air this year within this new moon in Taurus. So, but that's awesome though, because it could mean unexpected new beginnings that shake up your idea of your securities, of pushing you out of your comfort zone to find your true values of what it is you want, bringing in rewards and luck, right? Also the turbulence as well. So it depends on which way we're going here. So let's get in here and see how it's going to affect your specific sign for you. Getting out a moon card. Okay, Leo, let's see what's going on with you. We're going to grab out a moon card, and then we're going to grab 2 chakra cards and an oracle, and then I will grab some clarifiers. Okay, let's go here first. See what's going on. Take time to breathe out. Okay. Got the third eye chakra and the solar plexus chakra coming out, and grabbing an oracle. And then let's put this together. Perfume of Sophia. Okay. Well, I can see right off the bat right now that in the position where your third eye is, underneath the take time to breathe, is definitely talking about your mental vision is being overly stimulated for sure. You're definitely overthinking certain situations. You might be over visualizing, over planning. Just there's kind of an exhaustion coming off that card. It's almost like the universe is asking you to soften your gaze and don't look for the next big thing. Just sit back, relax, and breathe right now during this beautiful new moon in Taurus. Okay. There's definitely some much needed time out. Some kind of intermission that needs to take place from the spotlight, from what you're doing. It's kind of like the new moon in Taurus is asking you to find your power within your presence rather than in all of the performance that you've been doing. It's just time for R&R. It's time to relax. This is the solar plexus, which is like the sun of the chakras. This is like where it's telling you that you just, need to be slow and steady at this time. Ground yourself with your willpower. It's a card of willpower, intentions, strength. But it's definitely moving you from this place of, I must do this, I must do that, to I'm allowed to be here, I'm allowed to rest, I'm allowed to remain calm. So it's kind of just centering yourself. You could be going through a storm at this time, some kind of turbulence, whether it's just within your mind or whether it's outside people, groups, things that are going on within your life. So it's saying right now it's just time to relax. The Perfume of Sophia is a beautiful card. This is the Holy Wisdom. It's what they call the scent of the divine. This card is telling you wisdom isn't always as loud as a lot of people think it has to be. You don't have to shout. Sometimes it's just subtle, just like a perfume, right? It's like the intuition that lingers in the air. It's just this lingering effect. It's not something that's rowdy. It's not loud. So what it's saying is even when you're resting, you can still find what it is you're truly looking for. The only difference is that it can come from within. It doesn't have to always come from outside. So it's kind of also asking you to stop looking for logic and start just sensing your own intuition, your own essence of things. I love this guide though because it encourages you to trust subtle signs and that quiet inner voice, that only really appears when you're, be still and listen. Finding more to situations when you're quiet and still than everything being rambunctious, which can get very tiring after a while. So it's pretty much saying stop the mental hustle, right? Your vision's going to become very clear when you just stay still. So let's get some cards over here. Just clarify on this situation. Let's clarify. And what the new moon in Taurus is revealing about this quiet place that Leo needs to be in. On the third eye chakra, we do have the Queen of Swords. Oh, cutting through all the chaos, making boundaries. Four of Wands, homecoming, making you feel like you're in a place of peace. To the Page of Pentacles. Ooh, I love it. Oh, I'm loving this, guys. This is saying, even though you are in this place of stillness doesn't mean that, that you're in any kind of place of weakness. It's saying, if anything, you're in this place of strategical move that leads to this very solid, high-valued result of the Page of Pentacles. You're moving into this place where you can actually cut through big noise, fog, hard logic. The Queen who's, she's dropping the mask. She's not being over dramatic. She's keeping people who are over dramatic out of the way, cutting them away at this time, and replacing it with this sharp, discerning mind of the third eye. It's saying, this is where my third eye is going to come through. It's like you're going to be using this vision of their third eye. Wow. Once you're settled, it's like Taurus says, let's do it this way, right? Let's set some boundaries. Then you can see exactly what needs to be cut out of your life so that you can finally have that peace that you deserve with the Four of Wands. It's like, even though I'm resting and I'm settled and I'm not letting my mind get the best of me, I'm in this place of silence and I can clearly see what's going on now. I know exactly what needs to be cut. I know exactly where I'm going and how things need to be. Wow. And that Four of Wands is so powerful on that solar plexus. It's saying this is the stability with the Taurus. And then I have this place that I call home. This place that I feel like with the Queen's discernment, you can find this place of celebration. The happy home. But this is also an internal peace, which is great for manifesting because you have the solar plexus, which is your intentions. Intentions, this is the card of where we manifest. Right? So it's saying, this is where I can find the internal peace, but also feel like I have an external sanctuary going on. So now I'm getting 2 in 1. So it's definitely shifting. You're moving and enjoying this internal and external place of your harmony. So finally feeling like, oh, the weight's off my back. I get it now. And it might feel at first, Leo, it's a little hard to settle down. It might even be hard to sit still. You might even be telling yourself, how am I going to do that? I have this to do. I have that to do. I have this. Shh. Right? It's okay. You know? Run that bubble bath. Relax. Get in that jacuzzi. Relax. Sit in the bed. In the quiet stillness, or with meditation music or music that you really enjoy, whatever, as long as it's calm at this time, because you need something that's calming the mind, not chaos, right? And let me just tell you something about music is funny. What one person thinks is chaos could be very, very calming and soothing to you, right? That is for sure. So it's what you know, that I can find peace within myself. And maybe it's just sitting within your own quiet stillness of just nothing. Because the Sophia over here, remember, is the subtle scent. So you want things that are subtle. So that way you can actually open that intuition. You're going to find real, tangible, new beginnings in your material world with the Page of Pentacles coming in. The page is planting that seed. It could be a small financial opportunity that's coming. It could be a new health habit. It could be a practical project. It could be new love. It could be opening up to whatever it is. It's going to be different for everyone, but you will know. Because when you're still enough, as they say in this card, right? If you're still enough to smell the perfume, then you have caught the opportunity, right? Before it passes you by. But it's crazy because that's pretty much what he's saying too. This is a solid opportunity that's coming in. Don't let it pass you by, right? Because this is a grounded energy. This is a Taurus style reward. And you're going to need some Leo patience, which Leos are not always the most patient. Right? Because you're a fire, so you have that impatience. But you're going to find yourself, once you get yourself into that place, that everything can just kind of roll down, right? And then you just kind of relax. Very beautiful, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.